Great. Here we go.
Inner child. It stays right in us. We keep hearing about it. And yet, I think it is the least understood and probably one of the most important ignored aspects of our healing journey. Not anymore after today. Today, we have with us a gifted psychic who has changed the lives of over 1,000 people with his incomparable, comprehensive inner child healing system and has taught it to over 100 learners. He is also a highly sought after expert in negative energy and entity clearing from people and spaces, and the creator of powerful healing programs like Third Eye Ascension, Akasa Abhilekhum, and today's star, the trauma busting inner child healing system. Welcome everyone to today's brand new call of the Mystic Lotus and Dragonflies Happy New You series of masterclasses. Join me in welcoming our expert whose intuition, knowledge, and success stories will amaze you today. Deepakk Raisinghani. Welcome, Deepakk.
So thank you so much, Shilpa. Thank you so much for that beautiful words you have picked. And I'm really, really humble. I'm really more humbled by this introduction, so to say. Yes. And it's always a pleasure working with Mystic Lotus. And I really treasure every word that we speak here on the platform.
Absolutely,
And
Deepakk.
yes. So I will talk about generally about inner child. So inner child is something which is predominantly seen as a different perspective, saying that, okay, maybe we are caring, but we are working on ourselves. So it's okay. It's something like, okay, I'm working on myself and I've done this, I've done meditation, I've done blah, blah, XYZ, all respect. Maybe that these processes are making you keeping you more relaxed, more calm, more comfortable. And even when we do these mantra jobs and all that, so they keep us safe. They keep us very safe and other things. They keep us more balanced. But you have this inner child, which kind of, it's something like a kind of a situation where if you come up against a trigger situation, for example, so these triggers will ensure that it will just pop up something in your, it's something like, it's something like a virus will just pop up on the screen and, oh, here we go. So that kind of situation. So maybe people lose their focus in the right time, in the very crucial moments, people lose their focus. This is evident even in cricket matches. If you see, suddenly a very beautiful, a very bombastic company, even during the World Cup, we saw how miserably Germany lost. So these are things where when they come up to the trigger situations, there they go. Because they are so proud about their own situations that any downfall they cannot see, and they just cannot know how to react. Like even when I was working in my previous companies, in my corporate life, there were companies like DHL, who's a very well-known brand. So whenever I used to go for a new interview, they used to say that why should we take you? Why shouldn't we take someone from a DHL? Maybe they were like not in an organized sector. So I used to say that a DHL guy cannot work in exceptions. And my work starts with exceptions. So that is the difference, because the DHL guy will be more used to systems. Here, every day for me is a situation where exceptions occur, and I have to forethink about them and take measures so that we don't have those situations. And even if there is a problem, within definitive time, we have a solution. So
Absolutely.
I think that has been my journey even throughout. So
absolutely, Deepak. In fact, I'd like to share everybody and those who have seen Deepak before that it is one of his USP specialities that we will be having these patterns or these characteristics. We will not even know where they are coming from, but he will just catch them without even you having said anything, and he will say exactly what is going on, why is it going on, and what do you need to do. And today we are on a very exciting journey. Let me quickly tell you what all Deepak has planned for us today. He is going to tell us all about inner child healing. We are going to understand it fully today. Do you know there are many types of trauma? Deepak will tell us what they are. And be ready. I hope you have water near you. We are going to get a lot of healing today. Deepak is actually going to clear our entire year of trauma. He will give us the process of how we are going to go about it. And of course, towards the end of today's call, there is a very sweet, special exercise where we are going to meet our inner child and we may receive some really important messages. And of course, we will do some live demonstrations with some of you. So, without taking any time further, let us get started. And Deepak, I want to ask you the very first question, and I started the call saying this that inner child is kind of ignored. We seem to be using this term very loosely. Can you tell us today what exactly is our inner child?
Sure. In fact, just a small indication I just got. When you just the word inner child, you said there were 111 participants on the show. So it's a clear indication that the masters are with us today. So a big standing ovation to them, maybe a big round of applause to them for supporting us.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Always.
Yes. So yes, inner child is something like, you know what, so I'll give you a very small example. Now you are in a home. So the home will become your memory, or rather the mind memory, right? So if you look at inner child comes up as the stored memory. So it is like the subconscious or unconscious mind. So if my mind is the hall, my home, my drawing room, where I stay, my space, and suddenly you will feel something coming up. For example, my home is my plant, right? So my plant is doing very well, it's thriving, doing well. Something triggers, and there is a weed which comes up from my inner child, from the stored memory or from the basement. Some weed will come up and will damage that plant. So that damage may happen completely, partly, depending on again how we are able to handle that particular situation. So we may go into darkness, we may do well, we may get over that whatever happens, it's something like, okay, we take some treatment for that weed and there it goes. So that is very clearly how I will talk about an inner child, why it creates disturbances, because the triggers are like weeds which can infect your plant and even make them die. The second very beautiful example which I basically would talk about is something like, if you go for learning anything, maybe you're driving, maybe language or whatever, so it will be you who are doing driving, right? So if you're an experienced driver, you don't need to check whether I'm changing the gear properly, whether I'm driving, clutch is being pressed on time when the gear is being changed. But when you're learning, you need to be aware, because that's part of your mind memory. Once it becomes your unconscious memory, which means automatically you'll change the gear and you'll brake automatically when someone comes. You don't need to really think too much. So here, when I start learning, one is my mind memory, which gives me something. My stored memory will give me some fear of an accident, maybe somewhere that I've seen. And then you have the instructor who will tell you something else. So then your spouse will tell you something, maybe someone else learning with you will give you some other fear. So it becomes a complete hodgepodge. There are people who have given up driving altogether, given up education because of these experiences which they find. So these are nothing but your inner child issues, which I may talk about. So if you look at inner child, then inner child, general belief is that between 5 to 7 and 7 to 14 is the years when inner child can develop. But I have a slightly different understanding or a slightly different logic to this, if you may look at it, is that yes, that is where your stored memory comes, no doubt. But you have things like maybe a shocking incident which you have seen, maybe even yesterday, day before yesterday, 3 days back, 10 days back. We can also lead you, maybe that is the trigger, no doubt about that. But those experiences also remain with you in that moment. And that kind of further solidifies. For example, if you look at it, if I may speak about the 7 kind of, not giving too much details now, because I need to give you some more information. But if you look at the PTSD part of it, the PTSD is the post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD. Now, PTSD doesn't come up in a minute. It doesn't come up just like that. It will happen over a period of maybe some months, maybe certain time, years. You will go through certain trauma. It will go on and on and on and on and on. Suddenly, you will come across one thing. I'll give you a classic example here. I met a lady who was a major schizophrenia patient. And she would be very nice with you, very beautiful lady, very nice energies. But suddenly, the moment she will get some suspicion about you or something, then you're gone. That husband of hers had lost something like 8 to 10 mobiles. She had thrown it on the 5th floor, just on the basis of simple heated arguments or something like that. Now, when I did her clearing, she was 38 2 years back. When I did a clearing, 38, I went down each year. So somewhere around the 24th year, or rather the 22nd year she got married. So 24th or 25th year, I got some major thing which came up. And this guy was very sheepish when he was saying this. I said, something happened here, which is actually what triggered the whole thing. And she's gone into schizophrenia because of this incident. He said, yes, I had cheated on her. And because of that, she kind of got into this. So I was not expecting the answer from him, but he was, at least I said, you're brave enough to at least tell me, which is good. And when I went down further, when she was in her teens, I'm sorry, maybe I say, I try to keep it as soft the words as possible, but these are harsh realities. You cannot run away from them. So she had been molested in at least 3 to 4 times in her teenage and even the growing up years. So that trauma remained inside her. The last one was in around 16th or 17th year, so which is what I saw. So this 24th, 25th year, this trauma which suddenly came from the husband cheating on her was something which just, broke her completely. Her trust got broken. And that is where she contracted this. So when I healed each year, that is how it cleared the stored memory. The first healing, she did not do it in person because she was too violent. So the first healing, we cleared about 40 to 50%. Second healing, she came on call. So second healing, she was 70 to 80% fine, better. So she is now living a better life. And maybe they said that we will come back to you for the third reading. But I said, if you require, only then. Don't just want to come for it. So idea is that this is the stored memory is coming from there. Whereas they are not aware exactly where it came from. So idea is that even if you're aware, you're not aware, we will be able to resolve those things. Like a lady, one more case is just immediately like coming up in my awareness. There was a lady who was 52 years of age, 2 years back again, 2.5 years back. So she somehow had some, trouble focusing, concentrating and things like that. So when I started healing her, I could somehow feel dual energies. And for me also, with all that kind of intuition, I was also a bit puzzled. I said, there are definitely 2 energies which I'm feeling from you. I'm not able to pinpoint as of now. I'm being told when I go further, you will come to know. So 52 onwards, we went to 51, 52, 51, 50, blah, blah, blah. We came down to somewhere around 31, 32. And as we approached 32, 31, 30, I saw what was the second energy. She had a miscarriage, or rather an abortion in the 30th year. And this child energy got stuck with her. She could not forget the trauma of this child, and this child's energy also remained with her. That was something which just blew me away. And while doing the clearing of hers, I released the child's energy also and sent it to the light. So such kind of amazing things happened that I was like also shocked. Shocked in the sense, of course, I don't prepare my mind and go into reading. Intuitive. Anything which comes on intuition, I just take it in face value and take it forward. So that helped me, and this lady was cleared of a major trauma, and now last 2 years her focus is fine, everything is good. So this is how she was not even aware that anything of this sort is happening. So, and she didn't come to me with that expectation that something like this would be there. But as I said, the masters are there to tell us. So all the healings are for your highest good. So anything which is karmically not to be done, maybe it is keeping you stuck, you need to clear. So it's upon you to take the step forward and take these readings, as they are definitely for your highest good. And people's lives have changed, particularly. So I have, maybe if I can go on for cases, but
absolutely, Deepak, and I'm sure many more are going to come in the middle of this call. In fact, Deepak, you have answered, even without my asking you, something which would have been at the back of people's mind, that you mentioned some really serious problems which happen in people's childhood, so there are these really unspeakable incidents which we cannot share with anybody, or which we cannot even accept ourselves.
Yes.
Those kind of issues which have happened in the childhood, and even sometimes, like the lady you described, she couldn't even have guessed that what happened when she was 30 is carrying on forward. So whatever happened to us in our childhood and whatever happened later, even if we don't know, even if we don't remember, everyone, it can be healed. Deepak is here to help us with it. And by now, listening to him, you must have realized that it is possible to heal each and every year of our life right till our mother's womb. It is a very beautiful process. Deepak is actually going to explain us, and we are going to experience some of this. And whoever is on today's call, Deepak's call for the first time, let me tell you, his healing you must not miss. So stay tuned, it is coming up. And Deepak, how does our inner child get so affected? And why does it become so important for us to go so back and then, heal with it?
Yeah. So something like, if I'll use maybe a physical term here. If you're, God forbid, I'm sorry, I'm just saying something which, please don't attach to this. God forbid you have been injured in your leg. So you will experience limping, you will experience dragging of the foot. All that will happen. So inner child is nothing but a part of you. So if it is not happy, or I would not use the word happy also, I'll tell you the reason why maybe later. If it is not joyful, if it is not connected to you, and it's something like, it has to be unconditionally loved by you and back to you. So it's something like a vehicle going on 4 wheels. If one wheel is punctured, you need to take care of the puncture. As simple as that. That is what inner child is all about. Otherwise, that tire will keep giving you trouble, and you will not know why the trouble is. Every time that same tire is getting punctured, why is that same tire every time getting punctured? So then you will realize, oh, there is something which is from the body which is affecting the tire. So something like that. So you don't even know where it will come from. I'll share a classic example here about one lady who was 53, and such a lot of energy imbalance that lady had. It was it's something like, if I share with you, you will understand. Every week she would have a trauma attack. Every month for the last 20 years. This is about April 2020 when I did a reading, May 2020. So till, sorry, June 2020. Yes, correct. So every month she would end up in hospital. And this was happening for the last 20 years. Completely dominated by everybody in her life. Luckily, she had beautiful sons who were taking care of her, luckily. Otherwise, I don't know where she would have been. She herself used to say that I may have ended up in a mental asylum, as simple as that. Only because of those two gems of boys which she had, she was able to somehow manage. So 20 years she went through this trauma after marriage particularly. And the moment someone says anything, hey, I will not use her name, of course. Hey, Suman, because of you, I faced this problem. Just go into hyper and just get into a trauma. And that's it. That was a traumatic attack. So she would get fits also very regularly. When I did her clearing from the 53rd year, going back, I saw a lot of trauma getting released nearly every year from the 52nd onwards. So when I reached the first year, I still cleared it. I was seeing trauma and only trauma, right, every year, which was evident with what she said. The moment I reached the womb, when I cleared the mother's womb, that is where the root cause came to my awareness. Her mother tried to abort her 3 times. This was a fact she was not aware. She was not aware of this fact, and she kind of defended her mother, saying that no. She, yeah, she has, we have differences, but no, aisa nahi hai. There's nothing like that. So I said that anyway, it's the reading. So the reading can, anyway, I don't want to argue on that, but this is what I got. After 3 days, she called me and apologized to me. I didn't want her apologies. She said that, so yes, mother told her that she had tried to abort her, but she was that style who was very stubborn, and she came. And she was never loved by her mother. So that feeling of unworthiness, feeling helpless, or feeling unwanted was there inside her. The moment we cleared her mother's womb, 2.5 years after now, the beautiful aspect is I would have liked her to come. She is now traveling to Australia to her son. She has taken up job as a counselor herself.
Wow.
So that is the turnaround. And also she is a professor in a leading engineering college, because she had given up all job, everything. She didn't even have an account in her name. Like her husband used to take all the money in her name. So she would not have anything. Even so, when she did the course with clearing with me, she, poor thing, didn't even have the money to pay me. I said, we'll take care of it, or whatever it is that we saw later on. Because now, 2.5 years, it's been 2.5 years now, living life peacefully. Super. And not a single time admitted to the hospital. That was a big.
Fantastic, Deepakk. This is a really excellent example of how important it is to take care of us.
Yes.
And Deepakk, our amazing audience has started asking questions, and I would love to bring them to you one by one. So, Madhi has asked, what is trauma? So, Deepakk, are there different kinds of trauma? What does it, is it like an umbrella of terms, or is it anything we can pinpoint at?
Generally speaking, till now, 7 kind of traumas have been identified. And I'll just name all of them here. One is a well-known term, PTSD, which is post-traumatic stress disorder. And this comes from an experience. This PTSD is something which doesn't happen overnight. It will come after various experiences of a similar kind. If you have that, trauma becomes like a huge, it's something like a huge pile of scrap which you carry on your head. So these various experiences lead to that. Now, till every year, so which is where I want to break that myth of 5 to 7 to 14 years. Every year, maybe there are millions affected every year with the PTSD alone. So that is the kind of requirement in terms of the PTSD. So there are millions affected. Trauma is an emotional response to a surprising and terrible event. Of course, trauma doesn't happen because you know something is going to happen and then it happens. So like even if someone gives you a bad news, you have this chance of losing a soul part, right? So that is also something which you do when you are in a shock. So millions of affected each year. Symptoms surface months after the event. What generally the symptoms are: intrusive thoughts, avoidance, behavioral changes, cognitive disturbances. Cognitive means anything like you generally it will be known that you're taking too much of stress, you're not reacting in the desired manner, your reactions would be different, behavior would be different. Poor emotional regulation, which means if someone gives you like that lady, she was basically a PTSD. You could react in a different way. Panic attacks, panic bursts. This is some of the ways where you can look at it. Self-critic, big time. Then running away from situations, running away from even discussing that trauma, well, what happened, how it happened. So even running away from that. The relationship issue is big time, because God forbid if the trauma is related to some sexual trauma or anything, molestation, then of course it immediately reflects onto the opposite. Anybody from the opposite sex will get stuck. So this is what one trauma is all about. The first starting trauma is ASD, which is the acute stress disorder. Immediately after the trauma develops, so it becomes an ASD, the acute stress disorder, and ASD becomes a PTSD later. So ASD is the first symptom which you will start seeing. Second is this ASD. So third is second-hand trauma. Now people like us, people like doctors, people like medical staff, generally people who handle emergencies, even road workers, railway, those people who carry the bodies, unfortunately, which are met with an accident and things like that. So all people who are in these kind of services have a secondary trauma. Now, it's known as second-hand trauma because, like, for example, if I listen to 10 people every day giving me their, so I will also carry them somewhere, which is why we do a lot of clearing, we do a lot of grounding so that we don't get attached to those situations. It is not their karma, I would repeat, because there's a lot of misconception saying that if I do a healing, someone says negative karma will come to me. No, that is not someone else's negative karma. It is just your own inner consciousness or the inner child which just comes up with this. Oh, if you were in the same position, what would happen? So that kind of examples will start coming to you. So just that's the second-hand trauma. The fourth is RAD. So if I really look at it, ASD, PTSD, ASD, second-hand trauma can be today also in any age that can happen. The main inner child healing would, or rather, say the ones which create the inner child problems from this 5 years to 14 years is the following: RAD, reactive attachment disorder. This is basically for children who are affected by divorce, transferring jobs, like any people who are transferring every 2 years, and their schools change, their everybody around them changes, schools, tuition mates,
Yeah.
because everybody changes. So they have this withdrawal symptom. They have no faith in anybody, cannot take authority. They lack confidence. This is one part of it where they withdraw. Now, there is another which is known as disinhibited social engagement disorder. Here, so the RAD people are withdrawn. The DACD people, children, so to say, they are the ones who are more aggressive. They will, be even maybe the bullying people. So the RAD children will get bullied. The DACD will be bullying. They will be more aggressive. They will be rebellious. And these two can also get affected by fraudulent people. So people who do frauds and these, so they give you huge stories about schemes. So they always, they are vulnerable. They just want love, and that will just ensure that they will get into any kind of thing, and they will lose their money also. They will lose their relationships also. So that is generally a situation. So these are two basically which come into the inner child, happen during the 5 to 14 years, generally speaking. Now, so these are 5. 6th is adjustment disorder. For example, if I left a job, I joined a new company. Like 7 months back, I shifted to this new society. So my adjustment here is a adjustment disorder. So till the time I adjust in the society, I adjust in the new job. Maybe I'm going to a different city. Maybe I'm going to a different country. So these are also something called adjustment disorders. These are temporary. The moment you say that, okay, I'm adjusted here, done. I'm here, I'm done. Everything is sorted out. So it just goes away. Otherwise, it has a tendency to maybe become a bigger issue. Like, for example, a lot of people I have come across who think that they are from some other galaxy or some other maybe star galaxy or whatever you call it. So they feel we are aliens here. So for them, this will be this is basically adjustment disorder will also apply to them. And the last one is basically the other and unspecified trauma and stress related disorder. So that's a mix of everything. So there may be some disorders. So maybe 2, 3 will be put together. For example, PTSD and RAD would be mixed. So that will become your 7th disorder. Now, where does the trauma come from? Right? So the trauma is basically our brain has something called the amygdala. It is a bean-shaped this thing. So amygdala is technically known as the heart of the brain. So this amygdala is at the center of all emotions. All emotions basically amygdala is the one who is basically accepting all these informations. And what is affected because of this trauma is the 5 viscerals. The 5 viscerals, which are known as the lung. So the lung is affected by sadness and grief. The heart, just hold your breath for a moment. The heart is affected by happiness, which is the first damager of heart, which I will maybe speak about tomorrow on that further. So happiness is the biggest creator of heart attacks because it gives you an imbalance. It kind of gives you rise to an expectation, an obsession, and you become getting into a comfort zone and all that kind of stuff. Then heart also is affected by a lot of procrastination. You have a lot of people affected by procrastination. They do overthinking, a lot of overthinking, So as I remember, Osho I saw one of his 99% of the battlefield is fought in the brain. Because only 1% actual fights happen. 99% are fought in the brain, and you already prepare a strategy, course strategy, plan A, plan B, plan C. Nothing happened. Kuch bhi nahi hua yaar. So overthinking. So procrastination, sadness, grief. These are the ones affecting heart. Then you have got liver. Liver is affected by anger, which is if you see anger, which is why we say let go. Otherwise, you will have gastric issues, you will have digestion issues and things like that. Spleen is affected by, liver is affected by anger. Spleen, which is also visceral, is affected by procrastination, overthinking, which is why you end up into bloating, fatigue, shortness of breath. With the lungs, then with the spleen, it's all about bloating, gas. So as they say, a lot of gas is there. So you're releasing a lot of anger from your liver. Then you have kidney, which is the base of fears. So fear is basically kidney, knees. So anything which, so even cancer, if you have frequent bouts of insomnia, urinary tract infection, these are all coming from palpitations, neurological imbalances like sciatica nerve issue generally happens when you reach an age. Then panic, stress. So these all happen because of fear, which is coming affecting your kidneys and also your knees. So like the anger, heat, cold and numbness, headache, hypertension is affected, is the symptom due to anger. Happiness, the anger is affecting heart, agitation and overstimulation, overexcitement, which is where you kind of, it's something like, you lose your balance and you end up making a mistake and then you go into a trauma. So procrastination, lack of concentration, digestive issues, bloating, sadness or grief, anxiety, basically fatigue, shortness of breath, brain fog. If you have a lot of grief, anxiety, brain fog is a common common issue which happens. So insomnia, palpitations, muscle cramp. Even I was a bit surprised that how can grief, anxiety lead to muscle cramp, but it does. Because it is finally, ultimately the system which is carrying you. So this is all about the trauma and how it affects our body.
Fantastic, Deepak. I think we can continue this a little further. You have created a really fantastic screen for us with what more can get affected. Before that, Deepak, just to confirm what you shared with us, Shachi had asked, so can a trauma manifest in physical ailments like kidney stones, inflammation in the body, etc.?
That is what it
And
is.
yeah, and sorry. So
And
just saying that, so the Debushish also asked that by inner child healing, we can also, it will also help in healing physical health issues.
yes, 100%.
Yeah.
I'll tell you my example. Maybe, that is where my example comes into the play. Because
Absolutely. We would love to hear your story, Deepak.
So when I downloaded this in 2020, April 24th, I remember the date exactly, 24th April, this was the first month of the lockdown, or rather the second month. First month,
Second month.
Maybe the second running month. So second running month of the lockdown. And April 24th, I just had a download. So I just saw some process coming. And where it came from, 2018, I had visited some orphanages and some old age homes. And there, I saw the kind of apathy, the kind of despair, this feeling where they were feeling very alone. And the moment they see us, they would become so happy, and I was making them do some exercises, breathing exercises, some grounding exercises. So I was just trying to, and maybe my wife was also used to go there regularly. So she would make them happy, tell them a joke or something, and something like that. So kind of we used to create a good atmosphere there. But the moment we are back again out, then they would again get into the same trauma. And even in orphanages, if you look at the children, at least the old people are able to voice themselves. The children may not be able to voice themselves also, poor things. So I saw the kind of despair which was there in 2018-19. I used to regularly visit those orphanages and old age homes. And there I had a thought, why not we do something where we can heal them of this trauma. I know I cannot do anything to everybody, of course, but at least let's get something which I can heal their trauma. So somewhere 2018-19, what I had put an intention manifested in 2020, April 24th. 27th, I did my own healing. And within 2 minutes of my healing, and the process which I have is that from, for example, I was that time 52. So 52nd running year. So I just got my energy body in front of me, including all the cellular memory. So cellular are 60 to 84 trillion cells. And even the 72,000 nadis get healed with this for that particular year. So for example, in my 52nd year, if I've gone, which will be from maybe 2019 August till 2020 April, whatever, 7, 8, 9 months, all that I have gone through in this period, which is the trauma of the, or rather the fear of the pandemic. So I released that first. That is how when I started releasing, I went down, and I was, every year, I was just having acidic burps after burps after burps after burps. 1.5 hours it took me for doing my healing complete. For full 1.5 my mouth was completely white with acid. So that much of acid was there inside me, which got released. And so when I went to a doctor, so there was some, anyway, I'll come to that later. So even experiences where my mother passed away when I was 15, my father passed away when I was 29, that trauma I released of separation and trauma of losing someone. एक बोलते हैं ना कि someone, it means your someone आपका जो parent जाता है, तो that pain I'm sure, God forbid, anybody has to go through. But that trauma I released. I also released one more thing. When I was 12 years, I went into that time Waikiki used to be a very, that video games parlor hota tha. WIKI. So I was very kind of addicted to that, 12, 13 years. So I remember one particular day where I was in this Waikiki parlor. Remember me, after the healing, I remembered during that healing period, I saw that vision. So it was stuck into my vision. I'll tell you why. When I was doing, playing, I was very, very happy, 12, 13 years old, that, okay, I killed someone or whatever. I drove a tank. So I won that game and things like that. So I was very happy. So some person standing behind me, he also joined me. Arey, very good beta, very good beta. So first, I didn't really realize what was happening. But this guy was completely like, came and literally stood behind me. So I don't know, he was doing something where, that, of course, that time we didn't have the good touch, bad touch sort of situation. So even that memory got released from me. Imagine where my inner child was carrying that. Although it was not a traumatic as such, as with a, inverted comma, but that thing still got released. So which is where I said, what kind of in-depth it is going. And like my mother had some limited beliefs and all that, everything we released. We also had a lot of karmic issues, like a lot of, ancestral issues on the DNA. Even that got released to a major extent. We used to always struggle to reach any situation to get our results. So that struggling part, I released from the DNA part. So it was just something which was stuck into our DNA also. So even that got released. So I can, as I said, go on and on and on and on and on and on.
Absolutely. And
but that was a life changer for me.
Life changer. And Deepak, this is so optimistic and this is so hopeful. I would like to share with everybody that whatever Deepak has been sharing, we can actually experience this with him, and we can also learn this from him to do this for ourselves, our family members, our children, and clients. And I'd like to quickly do a recap till what we have reached so far. Inner child is nothing but from our childhood to our early teens, whatever has happened at that time and even before that, right from the mother's womb, they stay with us until they are healed, until they have been taken care of. As Deepak mentioned, we don't even know what all we are holding and what all need to be released. So Deepak, thank you for sharing these fabulous stories. And just to confirm what Nikita had asked, so these inner child traumas, they affect our chakras. And does it indicate which chakra needs healing? And is it related to any particular body part?
As I said, the trauma, depending on what it is, amygdala is definitely the center of it all. And then you have the viscerals. So you will have maybe bloating issues. You'll have maybe heart related some imbalance, or maybe lungs related like asthma due to a lot of attachments and things like that. So these are all reflective, which I just mentioned about. So any or every maybe of it is affected. You never know.
Right.
So it all depends upon each person to person, situation to situation. There is nothing generic that it will affect the kidney. Yeah, if it is fear, I would say immediately look at the kidney, the function of the kidney. Maybe it will not, if it will not, release properly. Maybe the kidney stone, which someone mentioned, yes, it gets created because of that. Asthma gets created because of that. So I would talk about anything which is a dis-ease. Somewhere it is coming because of the healing which is required. Now, there are people who get their chakras healed every month, 2 months, 3 months, they feel again it is imbalanced. So somewhere that inner child is pulling. So I cannot say for sure that only this chakra, but definitely one thing is sure that the solar plexus chakra for sure, and the sacral chakra, because certain people even in their discussion will talk about I'm surviving well, I'm doing well, I'm surviving well. So even that word talks about that they are not living their life, they're surviving. So this is definitely and even their imbalances. So I would talk about maybe nearly all the chakras will have some of the other imbalance.
Right.
Because maybe their throat, they will not be able to voice themselves. So the throat will be there. Stress and anxiety, the third eye. The crown chakra is basically not having faith in yourself, not in the divine, your intuition itself. So that itself is an imbalance. So I would say maybe all are maybe 1 or 2 or 3, depending on the situation. But each person would be generic. It is a generic way of saying that only this chakra. No, all are maybe 2, 3 can get affected depending on the situation, depending on what you're going through. But 100% amygdala will be 100% will be responsible for this.
Absolutely. And Deepak, continuing, I'm going to share my screen. If you can quickly recap or cover whatever aspects you have not yet covered about what all can happen because of trauma. And of course, they can.
You're muted. Shilpa, you're muted.
Yeah,
surprising impacts of inner child trauma that can be healed too. Yes, so these are basically recurring health issues. Recurring health issues means basically you go to a doctor and you keep getting the cold, you keep getting maybe kidney stone comes regularly to some people, or maybe something like asthma, which keeps coming every cold season, or maybe during the pollution high days. Conflicts in relationship, attracting negative kinds of people is basically again a situation where, for example, you kind of attract these people who kind of give you a plastic love. And that also talks about falling prey to fraudsters regularly, repeatedly. Fraudsters can be in relationship, can be in money, can be in like finance, or even jobs for that matter. Like even if you are every time bullied by your boss, so maybe it is not a fraudster, but ultimately you are being bullied by the boss also, saying no is a problem to you. You always say yes and then end up being into a trouble. Indecision, stuck in career or any aspect of life, maybe getting married, not able to take responsibility, not able to take challenges, not able to stand up for your own requirements, for your own expectations. Something like, as they say, chicken feet, or rather, I don't know whether I'm using the right word.
Cold feet.
Cold feet, sorry. Chicken feet.
Yeah.
Maybe I have time for dinner. Come on. So cold feet, yes. Cold feet is the right word. So developing cold feet. These are the kind of things which come up from your inner child issues, for sure. And procrastination is I was a big procrastinator. My God, I used to fight battles. I used to fight with everybody. End of the day, kuch nahi hua. I was only fighting myself internally. I used to think about my reviews there. My boss will going to kill me. I have not done this properly. I have not done that properly. I'm preparing all the slides. everything is gadbad. Baad mein suddenly laptop ud gaya, something gadbad, more stress. The boss ultimately would tell me, Deepak, you have done a good job. I said, why was I creating so much of issues within my... And this is a pattern, because some people, I think they expect that gadbadi hoga. So that is a self-critic we call. So people who are not very happy with themselves, not taking up responsibility is a big, like, particularly today. I'm sorry, not talking about any particular generation, but yes, you have got living relationships. So even a lot of people don't want to get married and things like that. So that's again becoming another maybe the big thing to speak about. West is becoming more marriage oriented. There we are becoming more living related. So anyway, these are all trauma related things which are just showing up. Addictions, of course, big time. Addictions, I have one case to share. Maybe there was this, I will not name the person, a very famous film star, I would say, that he, like his daughter, and so basically they were all settled in USA. So this child was 8 years old that time. And so when I was healing, he had an addiction, drug addiction. So I healed him from the 31st year, going down. On the 11th year, I saw that he took to drugs around 11th year of his life, which she confirmed, mother confirmed. And then when I reached 9th year, I said that some trauma hit him. 8th and 9th year is one thing which has made him very traumatic. She said, "Oh yes, I remember. The second child was conceived in the 8th year and delivered in the 9th year. So he kind of got, maybe a lot of people will tell you, "Arey, abhi tumhara raj karne ka time gaya." You are like gone. The new boy will take precedence. Everybody will love that child and things like that. So he took so much of trauma, this thing for that he took to drugs immediately. So I healed him 2 years back. He was not on a job till 29 years of his age, 30 years that time. Now he's 32. So after my healing, he has taken a job. He's even launching a music app or something, which he keeps working on. Although he is not 100% given up drugs, because it's something like, but he's meaningful. He has become meaningful, because in USA, the problem is that it has been very easily available. So it kind of, so a second session is on with it. And in that, we will clear it. So what happens is that in his case, I did a healing which was not in his awareness, because his mother, and I did it for the highest good. So there was a good 60 to 70% difference which we saw in him. And now we will do the second healing, and most probably that should turn up in a better, make it even better. And in fact, he's going steady with a girl, unless now he's studying with a girl, maybe they're getting married also. So some scheme of things have started moving forward for him, which the life was stuck. He's a drug addict. That the life ended there. So he's got some meaning, purposeful in his life. There was a lady who was like, she faced a lot of traumas in her childhood, faced molestation and even gender bias, too much of it. She was unwanted kind of a child, similar to that lady. But this lady was, like she would do these very frivolous relationships outside. So frivolous means not knowingly. She just gets into a relationship and just walk out of that relationship also. Not that she would get serious, but it was a kind of a knack. So just to get into anybody giving her a good talk or something, she would just fall for that, and then she will walk out also. So such kind of behavior also reflects sometimes. So I'm just telling you, these are life cases, purely life cases, which I'm sharing. So yeah.
Absolutely, Deepak. These are like huge breakthroughs. I mean, these are not like small issues. They are like long-standing issues, and these are great progresses. So, Deepak, Shachi had asked that you just mentioned about healing, that they did not tell the person that they were being healed. So, is it possible? Is it required to get the confirmation of the person, or can we heal somebody without letting them know?
Without letting them know, we can do it for the highest good.
Highest good.
And anyway, here the highest good is not that you want. Basically, we want him to be abundant. That person to be abundant. So abundance in the sense, whatever issues that person is carrying in his trauma is he or she is carrying, we can release that trauma, and it will help make him a better human being. So that is something. So that is something which is for the highest good, and I have done it. And this is all, I always do anything which is I ask basically my masters, and of course the soul also gives concession. So basically, soul is also accepting these healings, so it is done. I'm not doing any karmic imbalance or something to that person.
Wonderful, Deepak. That's really good to know, especially for people who are not yet ready or we cannot discuss anything in them. Wonderful. Deepak, I think it's a great time now for us to experience this. In fact, I'll ask you a couple of questions which Anita and Rahul have asked. In the meanwhile, I want to invite if anybody would like to come on for the individual demos, come share what issue you feel has been with you for a very long time. Come and receive Deepak's insights, Deepak's healings, and after that, we will definitely all of us receive healing to release 1 year of trauma from our life. A lot of stuff waiting for us, and the participants have started volunteering, Deepak. So please let me know on the Telegram group. We will choose 1 or 2 of you for now. We'll do as many as possible if time permits.
Sure.
So Deepak, before we choose the first person, Anita had asked that will kidney issues be healed by this? And Rahul had asked, can diabetes be taken care of this healing?
See, both of them are related to attachments predominantly. Yes, it will take, it will show a lot of changes. Kidney particularly is something which I have seen takes a bit, maybe more than a session, because kidney is something which is the regular churning out of things. And as you go back into the third dimension energies, so kidney is something which I know I have done heal for some person also, where that person was healed from the kidney, this thing, and it showed a remarkable, in fact, that person used to go to those sessions, I forgot what those sessions, so basically that kidney, I'm sorry, I forget that session, what the name of the session is. Every week he used to go. That happened after 2 months, 3 months, and now I heard he told me that last 3-4 months he's not been had the requirement to go for that I'm sorry, I'm forgetting the name of the treatment which is done.
Dialysis.
Dialysis, yes. Thank you.
Thanks to Anita, she has typed on the group. So wonderful, Deepak, absolutely. And I'm ready with our first participant, and let me remind everybody that we are live on YouTube. We are going to share this call replay on our website page and the groups. So only if you're comfortable with whatever comes up, only if you're comfortable sharing and being on the replay, then do come on, or else you can receive the healing that is coming up later. So I'm going to invite Balaji. Would you like to come on? So I'm going to spotlight you with Deepak and take it away, Deepak.
Yeah. Hi, Balaji.
Hi, sir. Good evening.
Yeah, pretty dark.
Balaji, will you be able to switch on your light or something? We cannot see you.
No, actually, I'm in the terrace, so I'm.
Okay.
Okay, all right. So if possible, you can switch on your flashlight, or else we can.
I can do some mobile flashlight. Okay?
Yeah, mobile flashlight.
That is fine. That is fine.
Yeah, find out.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, that's
so
great.
much better. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So, please tell me. You had something.
Yeah. First of all, thank you choosing me for healing like that. Okay. Please go ahead, sir.
Yeah. Well, what's your full name, Balaji?
Yeah, Yella Balaji.
Ella Balaji. Okay.
Yes.
Basically, I am seeing that there are two types of things which are coming to my awareness immediately. One is the secondary disorder, secondary trauma, and also something which regards to getting adjusted in a particular place. This is what I'm seeing is somewhere, and also taking responsibility, the third thing which is straight away coming to me. So that is what I can see about you. If you have anything particularly to speak about, you can tell me.
Not like exactly, and I'm not able to even grow in a single way. Like, I'm changing my jobs frequently.
That's what I said.
So I'm not able to even settle in a single pace.
Yeah, so that is where I said, the trauma of shifting every time and then, and maybe that is what predominantly what is happening is probably any stressful situation, any people questioning you personally, like, that is where you kind of, maybe, how do you react to the word review?
Let's review.
How do you react to the word review? Your boss is calling you for a review.
Yeah, review is something different, because equality is about something talking about other persons. So I'm not able.
No. I'm just saying that how do you react to a word called review?
Yeah, reviews I frequently will take to heart. Like, if something happened, like, that's very, very too hard. Like,
that is what. So basically, situation where something like maybe not able to take on the responsibility. It's not. I'm sorry. First of all, it's brave of you to bring up this and tell me this, and really thank you for that.
Yeah,
but yes, these things can be sorted out for sure.
Yes.
So maybe we'll not get too much into detail on that.
Nothing. Because I'm one thing like I'm just doing a healing also, like not really. I'm doing
fantastic.
Yeah, that's right. Because I just face this type of trauma, because in whatever you're telling us, I'm medically, I know each and every the terminology of what you're talking like. Because I'm as a medical transcriptionist previously, so I used to know all these diseases, whatever from top to bottom at this. So I just contribute myself to that other persons. So the reason is came today also, that I need to know something about, because each and every person has some qualities. Yes. So I need to grab that. So very thank you.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Balaji.
Yes.
Thank you. Deepak, that was amazing that you caught that he has this fear of shifting. It is really mind-blowing. Deepak, this time, if we are inviting, let's invite one more person. Would you like them to ask you any specific question?
Yeah, if they have anything bothering them, then that would be
all
fine.
Right. So Varsha, you're on. So
hi, Varsha.
Let us know. And I'll just like to remind Varsha that we are live on YouTube and we are going to share our replay. So if you're comfortable, then you can ask your question.
Yeah. I'm aware that I'm live and I might go live on it. No problem.
Excellent.
Hello, Deepak sir. It is really great. Namaste. It is really insightful to know these things about. So you want me to go ahead or share something?
You have anything? You have anything in your mind? You can.
Yes. So, Deepakji, basically, I'm already on a path of healing. I have been into kind of crystal healing and Reiki healing since 2+ years now. I mean, almost, I should say Reiki happened to me immediately before COVID hit. So that is something which was very beautiful, which happened to me because I had some tool to calm my mind.
Right.
Now, I have been able to heal many things around myself, and touchwood, things have been very, above what I actually thought of my life to be, because it was completely shattered, my relationship, my marriage, everything. So God has really been kind that way. So thank God COVID came for me because I healed all my relationships that time. I am carrying something which is since my childhood. I was touched wrongly by my uncle. Okay, and I barely remember. He was the uncle I was most attached to.
Yeah, I understand.
So I'll say the problem is I have accepted the fact that he touched me wrong, and I should say it's a good thing or a bad thing that because of own reasons we are not in like meeting phase. Like till Reiki happened to me, we were. But since, I mean, I guess because of the healing thing, this has come up to my mind. All these years, I mean, I'll say if that happened, that incident would be when I was around 6-7 years old.
Understood.
But now, give me one moment. But now, whatever is happening, I'm not able to get over it. Like before, I kind of comforted myself saying that maybe it was a dream. But now, I think I just want to give it off from myself. Like, why did it happen to me? That kind of memory, I just want to delete.
So, understood.
Yeah. So this
first
is
first of all, you're a brave lady, Varsha, and my kudos.
Yeah.
My energies to you.
Really.
And applause for first of all being so brave, and all my good energies, good vibes to you. For you.
I will just be receiving it from you, Deepakji.
Yeah. Now, Varsha, it so happens that, as I said, even this particular small incident of that guy, it was not there in my memory, but it just came into my awareness, right? About that the video game parlor.
Yeah.
So what happens is that we do carry hurt for these things. The problem is, what? Like there was a lady who I did healing for her, and when I did her healing, so somewhere around 17, 16, 15 years, when I was doing the clearing, so I got to know that she had also faced some similar issues with her. So she was saying, "Sorry, sir, something happened. Sorry, whatever you felt, the trauma which I was going through." So I said, "Why are you sorry? The person has to be sorry. You release all these things. Don't need to carry any of these things. That person needs to be sorry, not you." So first of all, bravo, and all good energies to you. This definitely 100% can clear this. And as you are dealing with these, as you're a healer, the secondary trauma also gets created. It also gets created. Like, for example, 2 years back, I was healing a 6-year-old child. I will not go into detail on that, but something happened to that child, of course, and something happened in the sense her mother just took her away, saying that I don't want any healing, a thing like that. So I got kind of attached to that child. So even I had some trauma for about 10 days. Then I released myself from that. So so we also have the secondary trauma. So it is I would something like 100%. This clears your energies so that you go to the next level.
Exactly. I mean, because being into healing, if I feel that I'm not able, I'm stuck. So then I mean, I don't know it's a good or a bad guilt, but then I get into that kind of a guilt where if I'm stuck, how can I help other people?
Yes.
So somewhere something is lacking, and I don't know why. I mean, there was once that after my realization, I confronted him. I mean, confronted as in he came in front of me. I never had that. I didn't want to make it dirty, so I never spoke to him about it. Like maybe somewhere he feels that she was a kid, she doesn't remember about it. He must be in that zone, and I didn't tell him that I am aware and I remember about it. So I didn't confront that way. I didn't want to make it very dirty because already the situations in the family are not great, because of which we don't are on talking or meeting terms.
Right.
So.
Right.
Should I confront it or I shouldn't?
See, you release it from your side. As simple as that. Confronting is your, completely your prerogative, rather your this thing. But anyway, that is going to be in a dual match where he will say no, you are saying yes. So who is correct, who is wrong? I don't know. But anyway that has happened, so that's correct. So you just release it from yourself and leave it. How many people will you confront in life? That is something.
Exactly.
Which is So it is better to forgive, forget, and move forward. Your energies are precious. Please remember that. Please remember that. Your energies are precious.
I have forgiven him, I somehow have forgiven him. I mean, I did so much Ho'oponopono, everything. But I'm not moving ahead.
Giving him that importance is not required. Simple. In fact, I know बोलते ना कि ना तुम मेरा दुश्मन है ना मेरा दोस्त है. Your event Stevens, whatever maybe what has happened in the past. No need to attach even a second minute of anger toward that, anybody for that.
Yeah.
Because your energies are very precious. Conserve them to help yourself and others. That will be better.
Thank you so much, Deepak. I mean, how can we learn this?
There are packages coming up which you.
Okay. I'll be waiting, Shilpa.
Varsha, I want to thank you on behalf of everybody in the audience and the team. We are so.
I'm sure there will be many
getting...
such, because I will really thank the energies and the universe for giving me this courage. I am nobody, because before I was some kind of a person who has suppressed this since like 30 plus years now. And it has really taken a long to at least mention it. So I'm glad that if I can mention it, I'll definitely go away also from here.
Absolutely, Varsha, absolutely. And I'm requesting you to stay on this call.
Yeah,
Deepak, we are going to do the healing
for that
to release the trauma, right? So can Varsha will get help with that healing, right?
100%. She
So
will definitely get an indication as to what is happening.
Absolutely. And yes, you just give us the instructions. And Varsha, there is much more happening today and on tomorrow's call also. So be around. I hope you're there on the Telegram group. You message us. And if we are not just Varsha, I want to tell this to everybody that if we are not able to take on your questions or demos on the call today, please type on the Telegram group. Deepak is there with us. Tomorrow he will not leave us. So Varsha, thank you. Stay around. Deepak, shall we continue then and do the healing process? Please give us the instructions, guidelines. Sure. And before you start, I want to ask you two things. Can people on the replay benefit from this?
100%.
Great. Thank you for that. And do we need to stop working, or is there any contraindication or anything we need to be mindful of while receiving this?
Just don't get attached to anything which is coming up for your awareness. It is just coming up for your awareness. It is not coming so that you get it attached to that. One. Second, if you're driving, please don't drive and receive it. Ideally, be in some place, even if you're in the car, just maybe on the side somewhere, park itself. And if you want to sit, even if you want to lie down and receive it, it's perfectly fine. Keep water handy in case you feel like thirsty after the process is there. These are the only thing. Yes, and frankly speaking, if there's a heart patient or someone who's a pregnant lady, if I'm telling you take a deep breath, so don't take the breath which maybe a deep one. Maybe depending on your medical health, take the breath accordingly. So these are the only things. Rest, don't worry. It is only something you are releasing. So it is not going to give you any bad thing. It is going to, in fact, release the bad thing from you. So be rest assured of that. Thank you. So I'll just, this is the thing. Just relax your mind, body, and soul. Just sit peacefully. Just breathe in unconditional love for self. Breathe out unconditional love for others. Breathe in peace. Breathe out all the chaos, all the confusion. Breathe in relaxation and breathe out all the rigidities, all the mind blocks, brain fogs, everything. Masters are here. I'm creating sacred space. So be in this mode, be in this relaxation mode. I'll just create sacred space as I do for every process before I start. I manifest the collisions of light in the four corners of all the homes of all the people who are here also on the recording. I call upon Lord Melchizedek, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, and Archangel Zadkiel to bring on the collisions of light. I call upon Mother Kanya and Mother Mary, Goddess Isis, Sadguru Kamiya to bring on the collisions of light and maintaining the yin and yang energies of both the homes, all the homes. I call upon Ganpati Bappa to bring on the central of light. There is a canopy of white light over us and a sheet of white light below us, keeping us safe and secure. I call upon Saint Germain with his violet flame of transportation. All living beings in the homes, wherever you are, in your home and in that room, in that particular home, all the living beings in that are and will keep burning out. It is all 6 sides till Friday night. All less than God energy get transmuted into white light. Kali Mata, Bholinath, and Bajrangbali are there for our protection. We are in the lap of Mahata Babaji. The universe has us protected. Now I call upon your spirit guide for all the people here on the recording as well. Your spirit guide your guardian angel, your ascended masters to help you with this reading come healing. I call upon Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Haniel, Archangel Samuel, Archangel Zadkiel, and Archangel Raphael for helping with this reading come healing. I call upon Lord Melchizedek, Lord Metatron for their clearing. They also help us with the clearing. And I call upon Saint Germain, who's anyway there, to help me with releasing all of these and transmutating that into white light. Irrespective of you may have a flame burning there or not, don't worry, it will take care. So I call upon everybody, whoever is there on the call and even in the recording, I call upon their record keeper to share or rather bring to their awareness the most traumatic year of their lives. And I am drawing the symbol Pinduri, is the symbol which I had downloaded last year. So I'm sending that symbol to each and every person's that traumatic year. I've drawn the symbol and 1, 2, 3, the symbol is towards you. It is healing a titanic amount of releases, is the right word to use, as I'm seeing from everybody from here as well as those on the recordings. Listen to the recording. Very, very heavy releases. Very, very heavy releases. Releasing 1, 2, 3. Cut the cord. The cords and the blockages are burning for it. And for that particular, most traumatic year of your life. Cut the cords. The cords and the blockages are burning in the light. The cords and the blockages are burning in the violet flame. Wow. The symbol has healed each and every of your 60 to 84 trillion cells. Wow. Everything has been cleared. You may experience certain movements in your body, certain releases. Everything is being shown. Wow. Fantastic. The symbol has cleared every cell, every nadi. Everything has been cleared. And now, all the void which we have released from that particular most traumatic year of your life, we will be healing that with the Archangel's energies, the green of Archangel Raphael for healing, the green white is for purification, cleansing, and peace. Turquoise is of Haniel for bringing more awareness to you. Go high on this, your awareness go high, focus go high. So the green, white, turquoise, the blue is of Archangel Michael, which is shielding and tranquility. Violet is for Archangel Zadkiel, filling you with forgiveness energies, releasing all less than God energies from each and every cell of your body. And pink, which is unconditional love. And once unconditional love comes, everything just goes away and puts you into a very balanced frame of mind. So I heal all the voids in your body of that particular year, of the most traumatic year of your life, in each and every cell and molecule and each and every cell of your body. Also the nadis, the green, white, turquoise, the blue, violet, and pink light. And the healing. My right hand is paining so much with the kind of release, healing energies going towards all of you. This is an indication that a lot of people who have issues in giving or masculine imbalances in the right side of the body are getting released very, very heavily. Even when you don't give your services to a particular person in the masculine side, all that will get released. You will get more balanced in that particular year. As you are most important, nobody else is as important as you. be a bit selfish here. It's not actually selfish because you remain with you from the moment you are born until your death. So take care of yourself and then take care of the world. Beautiful releases. A lot of pain getting released also now even in the feminine side of the body, the left side of the body. A lot of imbalances getting released. My ears are ringing as if my masters are giving beautiful messages to all of you. Just be aware and mindful of the messages as you get. They are just coming randomly, but for some purpose. So just be mindful about them as they come. And now I call upon Lord Melchizedek to send his courageous energies to release all the fears or make you face the fears which you so much get scared of. And Lord Metatron to give you more simplicity, clarity of mind, thought, vision, and being very easily grounded now as this energy is getting cleared. Lord Metatron is very pure-minded. All the dense energies. And each and every person's, the most traumatic year is burning in the violet flame now, releasing all less than God energies and transmutating that into white light. Just feel the energies in you. Lot of order after the chaos, as they say, a lot of order, which is what is coming. Just see inside you and around you what all you have released. Just be aware of the changes which you have gone through. And as and when you want to come out, I request your energy body to integrate into your physical body. The body elemental is making a note of all the changes, all the cords cut healing done. Integrate, integrate, integrate. Look inside you and around you. The body elemental has made the cosmic energies, integrated them into your physical energies. And even your DNA is being changed accordingly. Look inside you and around you. As and when you want to come out, you can rub your palms. Collect the energies first, always in your heart chakra to balance you. Heart chakra is in the center, balances you very well. Centers you. And then in your eyes, and open your eyes.
Thank you, Deepak.
Thank you.
You know, we can go on now for another 2 hours. I don't know, this is somehow so energizing. And everybody have water, relax, take your time.
Please have water.
Yeah.
Let
And
the emotions flow. Let them come. Sorry, please.
No, so please, you say, Deepak.
Let the emotions flow. Don't worry. It's all just releasing from you. Be happy that you've released at least 1 year of trauma from your life. And celebrate this moment for yourself, not for anybody else. Say cheers to yourself or whatever.
And cheers to you, Deepak, on behalf of everybody. Deepak, I was curious. Now this will be there in our recording. Okay.
Yes.
So can I take this and repeat this process with something else?
Yes. You can.
Oh, wow. Thank you, Deepak. This is a gift. Really, thank you so much. People are typing their reactions on the group. I'm going to read them out in a bit. In the meanwhile, I want to tell everybody we have planned a couple of more things. We really want to share that with you before Deepak comes on tomorrow again. But we also want to share with you how you can do this with Deepak. Before that, I want to invite Namrata, and we would love to hear from her how this work has helped her. She, before Namrata is ready to speak with us, Deepak, would you like to share something about her?
Yeah, Namrata ji basically has kind of been with me for more than a year now. And she did this course, the first batch, in fact, last year when I did the first batch, she was part of the first batch. And she used to have a perennial issue about one particular, I don't know, I cannot share much in detail. Let her share it.
Actually,
But
Deepak, I'm
is there?
sorry to interrupt you. Namrata has dropped.
Oh my God.
Okay, so we'll wait for her to be back and you can then continue what you were sharing about her.
Sure.
In the meanwhile, I will invite Barbara. Barbara, if you're ready, we would love to have you on. You have been here since the beginning. Thank you so much for joining. Deepak, can you tell us about Barbara as she's ready here?
Barbara, basically, I would, sorry, I'm exposing you, Barbara. She's our encyclopedia. She's the encyclopedia of our group. Yes. So basically, Barbara is a very noble soul, and maybe something like the general rigmarole. I could see myself as I was maybe 7, 8 years back. Those 3 years of darknesses which I also went through. Similar things I could see from her, and I think even if you look at her complexion in the last 2 years that we have been together, right, Barbara?
Yes, sure. Yes.
Yeah, please. All over to you, because I think you have switched off the light, so you're glowing with your own energy. Fantastic.
Oh, thank you so much, Deepakk. Yeah, I'm very happy to be here and speak in favor of everything, because yes, I would
love to listen from you, like how that that memory which you did mention to me last time about
yes. First of all, shall I tell that first, or shall I tell something about the course as such first?
You please take it.
Okay.
Over to you.
Okay.
Over to you.
I took some notes, but I think I can't use them because I just speak the way it comes. I think. I thought trauma has so many faces and it has so many dresses in our lives. And it is not only the deep ones, the very terrible things, but it is all the bits and pieces that we carry through and carry also on our backs from even past life experiences. It's on the soul level. It's not only on this incarnation level that we have to deal with it. But the thing is, we do not always notice and we are not always aware of the impact that it really does have on us and on our souls. And like you heard Deepakk say, on our bodies. And that I've never found anything so deep going, so highly guided, and so complex a form of healing. And I very much appreciate what goes into it and what flows out of it through Deepakk, who really also is a very true soul, a very wonderful person, and someone you can really trust in when you need guidance. And it is this light that flows through him by the divine. And I think when you look at, I've known a lot of other approaches, be it psychological approaches or past life regressions and things, and whatever you have in the field, and even other forms of energetic healings, but nothing can touch on what the divine brings forth for us. And as you probably all could feel in this moment of healing that we went through. And so I found that the scope of this course that you may want to choose for yourself is so manifold, is so deep going. There's a lot of learnings, and as you experience Deepakk here being the person he is, there comes in a lot of livelihood and great references to everyday life, so that one can really not only get a theoretical basis or a medical background or something, but you get it from real life experience. And the atmosphere that is created in the course is so that you can open up your heart, because that is what it needs when it comes to childhood trauma. You bring forth your inner child and you lay it before you, sort of thing, and then you need the feeling that it is very subtly taken care of, and this is being done in this course. And so the communication and the interactiveness of Deepakk's courses, and this in particular, also is of great help because it supports, and also members, participants support each other either by questions and answers, or by bringing forth their own situations that they have maybe so far buried deep within, and that now may, see the daylight and then can be healed, like this. Yes, this being said, my personal experience, as you wish to hear, that was that I was the only child to a couple, and my father had another family before he met my mother, and there was a boy, and both the boy and the mother unfortunately died in some situation. And in the course of my early years, I had this feeling, and I kept remembering this over a lifetime, that I was sort of a substitute child. I was loved and I was given love, and I had a good childhood and everything was fine. But these subtle things that you feel, that you sense as a child, or even, every day in life, will make themselves felt, and this is what had happened. So I tried a lot of healing on myself, and life has it that one comes to greater awareness throughout the years, and still there's this point where you feel you yourself. Well, you found many reasons, you found many situations, you found many repetitions of patterns of behavior, and you can recognize, you can analyze, and you can say, and you can heal, but the deep thing does not go away. And this is where you have the chance, if you have anything like that, or, any other form, that the very deep core, the core wounds will be taken care of. And you can trust that this will also be for good, because like I already told Deepakk, it was after the healing. I was pondering about it in the day afterwards and so on, and I could not even remember what I had put forth within. It was just gone, even from, like you said,
memory was Mr. India. It just disappeared.
Yes.
Great, fantastic. Thanks, Barbara, for sharing.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Barbara. Thank you for giving us two perspectives and sharing in such detail. Thank you very much for joining and sharing.
Very welcome, Shilpa and Deepakji and everyone. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Deepakk, that was wonderful, and we can't wait for people. We have already started getting questions about the packages, so I'm going to share my screen, and there are some comments and questions which have come, Deepakk, after the healing. I'm going to bring them up, but first let us share with everybody. So be it learning or be it taking a healing session with Deepakk, these are some life-changing benefits. Just a glimpse, really, they can't be put on in one screen, frankly. So release blocks to relationships, career, abundance, and balance in life. All old hurts and wounds will be cleared. Feel major shifts in your health and self-worth. Your relationships and career will enhance. Start seeing effects within a few days of healing, and any patterns, any repetitive destructive things you're seeing in your life will start getting cleared immediately. There are two options for personal session and group healing session, and third is this mind-blowing power-packed workshop. And Deepak has this special healing process. It is not just something very obvious. Deepak, please tell us your special healing process and the packages.
Yeah. So the personal healing session, 1 hour comprehensive inner child healing. So cellular memory of every year of your life, which means, for example, I'm 53, 55 now, 55th running year, sorry. So from August till now, whatever is there, I clear it in one first year. That is the first year. So then from August to August, which is the 54th year, then I heal that particular year. Similarly, like I did for that one year, similarly, each year, I do the healing in a similar fashion. I go each year down from 55, 54, 53, 52, 51, and go down to the first year. Each year, I will share whatever is getting released. Like I said, trauma, pain, all those things. So I keep telling you that what I'm releasing. You may want to accept or tell me that yes, so what I'm not here to ask you whether really what was there at that time. So there are people who do remember immediately, oh yes, that particular year I had this problem. So that is kind of a confirmation for them. So I just release whatever comes. So going down to the first year, till that time, whatever is we have released, you come to know even in your physical body.
Great. So Deepak, just to confirm, sorry if I'm interrupting you, it is okay if I don't remember the exact year?
Yes. There are people who sit with full notes saying that in this year this happened, that happened. So I'm okay with, as you are comfortable. There are some people who say that I don't want to know. So it is your comfort. I'm not binding you by any way that no, you need to know.
All right.
So some people don't want to listen, some people want to listen. So it's your choice. Now, I'm not at all forcing you, but yes, I will release. Like it, don't like it, I will release it.
All right.
Yeah. So, receiving karmic board members' energies, in which basically what happens is that, so here we release the vows, dark energies, suppressed energy, anxiety, stress, self-destructive habits, guilt, stress, anxiety, even any imbalances in life, whatever you have gone through in that particular year. Maybe some, for example, you will have maybe gender bias, or maybe community bias, maybe like rich person, poor person. So any kind of trauma which you are carrying will get cleared. Once we do the trauma from your physical body, which is the cellular memory for each year, as we reach the first year, after that I call for your mother's womb. She, even if she's alive, fantastic. Even if for example, for people like me, my mom has passed away, so I call her womb for the clearing. The effectivity of that is not the womb, but your vehicle, where you will be coming, for example, in the womb. So we have to clear the womb before your arrival to the womb. So we have to clear it at that level before your arrival. So here the mother's womb is also cleared with this symbol. Similarly, like I healed you, then I filled them with these energies of the the angel energies, all the 6 energies, the green, white, turquoise, the blue, violet, and pink light. And then I heal with the Lord Metatron and Lord Melchizedek's courageous energies and burn it in the violet flame. After that, so once we have gone back, while coming forward, I call the karmic board members to send their liquid diamond energy in the womb. So that womb is cleared by your liquid diamond energy of the karmic board members. What does that do? Karmic board members are in charge of your blueprint of the body. So whatever karma you have to clear in this lifetime, they will be clearing it as per your karmic cycle. So I'm not doing anything which is not for your highest good. So once I clear that, so you will also get a clarity of your karma. What is karma? We forget our karma, we become rigid about our karma. This will give you clarity of thought, and you will start accepting this karma and release it. So then from the womb, as you come out, the green, white, turquoise, the blue, violet, and pink light, and Lord Metatron, Lord Melchizedek's energies, and burning in the violet flame, And also the karmic board members, liquid diamond energy, will come out along with you, heal your first year, second year, third year, and going right up to the 55th year in my case. So likewise, that is the process, going back and coming forward after clearing the womb. So it is a complete, there's a word so the factory resetting bhi nahi hai. It is not factory resetting. It is blueprint resetting. So it is something like upgraded version of you. Yeah, I was not remembering that upgraded version. Like for example, people buy phones, so they get upgradations. So here we are clearing all the glitches from you and upgrading your energies.
Absolutely. And my apologies, I just jumped the screen. So totally, this is like going back and then coming forward, just healing everything two ways, one way and the other way. Please continue, Deepak.
Yeah. So that's so we get you are an upgraded version of you, where all the glitches, why do upgrades come in the mobile? Because glitches, they observe some glitches or something or the other. So they clear those glitches and give it to you. So you're becoming glitch free, or rather trauma free, with this healing. So receiving a personal healing session, receiving healing with the one symbol, which you may have felt the energy of the symbol already in the healing process. Six angelic light also you would have felt Lord's energies for courage and clarity of thought. Ask about any number of concerns from your area of life, or so you don't need to share any detail of your issue, because that's exactly what I said, that you don't need to remember anything. In fact, you're supposed to forget these things and just move on with your life with abundance. Receiving MP3. So basically this, there are two MP3s, to not let it. So MP3, one which I give, that's a 27-minute audio MP3. That is a very in-depth clearing, where it clears each and every year of yours. So that you have to do for 30 days. Along with that, you will get, as part of Mystic Lotus offer, the free offer, there is one audio which I give, where you can speak to your inner child regularly and take a healing, or even if you, for example, if you're taking the course also. So both the cases, you get both the audios. So three bonus in this is, as I mentioned, sorry, I mentioned the bonus before. I'm sorry.
No, this is flowing well, Deepak. Thank you.
Okay, so 3 months personal WhatsApp support, that is you're part of this. So one follow-up session after 7 to 10 days of the physical healing 1 hour process. So this is 15 minutes is going to be about what changes you have come forward, any other things which you're coming up with in your mind, or something, any doubts, any clarification, or simply give and take.
And Deepak, you have mentioned it in passing, but Deepak has actually given you 3 months personal WhatsApp support. Like for 3 months, you can text him for anything, follow up or anything, and he is going to be there for you. So Deepak, all of this, usually how much it comes to, and what are you sharing with us?
The total value for this is all these things, including the MP3s which I give, is 16,600 or US 227. And for this, only for this, we are offering it for 4,999. And I use that word, it's a kill. Believe me. And this is a heartfelt word.
Something killer is coming up, Deepak. So this is fantastic. Wait for package B. Package B also includes
further is a kill,
group healing sessions. Deepak, what is package B?
Package B, this is something where we are talking about a personal session of 45 minutes and 3 live group sessions of 30 minutes each. So in the personal sessions, we will be taking care of your physical issues which you have gone through in your life, right? So that will be consisting of 45 minutes. So the same healing process would be remaining the same. Here, it will be more specific to you. Along with that, now it so happens that even I have cleared everything from you. There are certain things which maybe, in terms of inner mentality, it remains. So, for example, certain things which you may not even know you have a trigger, even if you have released them. So in the group session, we will take you through certain certain processes in which we will heal each and every 10 years of your additionally. So this will be, it's something like, what, we have upgraded your phone. Now we are making, vacuum cleaning it completely and giving it back to you. So that kind of healing session. So the 3 live group sessions include clearing for everybody's past hurts and wounds. Every single less than God energy like grief, sorrow, worry, bitterness, everything gets cleared. Every single participator benefits from each other's healing. For example, there are people who don't voice themselves. Sorry. There are people who are not able to voice themselves in a group. So even if, for example, one person says that this particular thing, maybe they do remember even after the personal healing or even in the first group session. So they say that, yes, this particular word. So if I release that particular thing, it releases from each and every year of yours. That is the benefit of a group. So you benefit from other people's healing, rather what they highlight to you. You may not realize, but you will see that I'm releasing from this also. I'm releasing from this year also. Oh my God, I was not aware that I'm carrying this. So in awareness, you release furthermore. So that is the advantage which we said. And this we gave it basically just as a, again, as if that was a kill, this is the butchering. I don't know what do you call it.
No, this is something really wonderful. And the dates are here. If you are not able to join or anything, Deepak is flexible. You can work it out together. Right now, it's on 26th Jan, 3rd and 10th Feb at 9 p.m. India for 30 minutes. And of course, Deepak is going to share all the recordings.
Yes,
and Deepak, the bonuses.
So the bonuses here, 2 months personal WhatsApp support. You can reach out to me anytime. And MP3 for Meet Your Inner Child, which you will be experiencing in some time also now. And extension of healing process, that is for the 30 days, 27 minutes of, that's a must, because that will help you to release from your inner child, inner being. So the actual going price is 18,400, keeping all these things in mind, and USD 252. And the Mystic Lotus offer was 5,999.
Absolutely, Deepak.
This is a butcher price.
It is rupees 5,999, US dollars 83. Everyone, here is a comparison of packages A and B. Package A is 1 hour and 3 months personal support, but package B is just 15 minutes less, 45 minutes, but there are 3 live group sessions. And as you heard, the healing multiplies, sharing multiplies, the power multiplies, recordings are available, and 2 month support is still there, even though there are live group sessions. And the difference between the 2 packages is just rupees 1,000. So package A is 4,999 rupees, US dollar 69. Package B is only rupees 5,999 and US dollars 83. Deepak, thank you so much for this.
Thank you. Thank you, I would say. It's a team effort, I can say that. Yes.
Absolutely. Pleasure. And for anybody who wants to take this to the next level, to heal yourself, your family members, your loved ones, and your clients, Deepak has a professional practitioner's course for you. Deepak, please continue.
This is a very, very, I can vouch for it, because there are 100 people now who have already learned it. And vouch for it in the sense because each class throws up some beautiful things coming out. A lot of people experiencing different kind of. So every class has everybody's kind of releasing so much, so beautifully, and they end up in such a pure space, like even the 5th dimension or 6th dimension, whatever you call it. So Inner Child Healing course plus 7 comprehensive healings for all people on the class. So you become a practitioner. You can heal yourself with this for yourself, your family members, your clients. You can even use it professionally. So become a practitioner. 12 hours live classes on Zoom across 2 days, 6 hours each day, which will be, the schedule will be told to you shortly. Heal all families, members, inner child issues, plus clients professionally. Keep clearing new things that come up month on month. What we mean by this is, like for example, today I have cleared myself, right? So today is the 17th of January. So maybe after 15 days, I will just sit again and clear whatever I have collected from 17th till 29th January. So I'll clear that from my cellular memory, even from my, for example, my parents, my child, my whatever, maybe uncle, auntie, whoever is staying with us. So you can do that month on month, or every 15 days, every week, depending on when you have time. Only the first reading will take a longer time because you're doing many number of years. But once you do that first, up to that 17th, for example, till today, then the next 15 days is going to be within 5 minutes, within 1 minute, everybody will get cleared. So maybe a minute or 2 minute maximum. The only time will be taken to maybe say, create sacred space and maybe just clear that 15 days for that particular person. So in short, your family stays or rather lives without any trauma attached to themselves. Even in the last 15 days, whatever trauma or anything which has gone through, just release that. So you will find the home energies also will get much better because the people inside are more dynamic in their energies and more clear in terms of their purpose and overall whatever they want to do in life. Living life, not surviving. Keep clearing new things. Yeah. So children can also be healed. Any child. I have healed even 3 years, 4-year-old children because they also had certain patterns where their mothers were having a lot of trauma during their birth and a lot of other difficulties which they faced. So you can clear any year age child. You will get a full-fledged booklet or not a manual in which all these things which I mentioned and much more is going to be there because in fact in this book I had done good amount of research and it's a comprehensive one. I think the very right word used by Mystic Lotus here, comprehensive healing, and even the details are very comprehensive. Get PDF notes, call replay links and e-certificate. Course overview. Mind energy and storage energy, if you remember the plant and the weeds I mentioned about, so that is part of the course. Then types of trauma in detail and how they affect our body. Habits imbibed during childhood by inner consciousness. So these are all discussed. Womb healing, Garbhashaya Shuddhi, along with your ancestral issues. Fears, friends or foe is also discussed. So fears are something which is they are your friends, not your foe, is what I try to impress upon you. Because rather than running away from fears, make them your friends and your life will become much easier. Because fears give you an opportunity to change yourself, not to run away. So once you change your life, change yourself, the life transforms around you. That's it. So after that, there is something like bubble boundaries, which that's a process which we do in which you identify your bubble boundaries. And then after, whenever we have a next session, so we ask that, okay, how many boundaries have you cleared? So you, in your realization, in your awareness, keep releasing. Healthy shields is something which I promulgate always, not boundaries. Live case studies, which are there in the manual, I'll share. Continued class overview, learn process to heal your own and others' inner child issues and traumas. The way we did that healing for 1 year, you will be taught the same process. And people are already doing it successfully, healing them. Block healing and releasing system from consciousness and unconscious mind. So this is a process in which I release all your blocks. Maybe there are people who are practicing for more than 10 years, 15 years, but they carry blocks. They are not able to make out how they are healing, what they are healing. So their intuitive powers get heightened with this process. Then transforming your energies from 3D to 5D energy. This is a small, simple process, but very effective. It helps you to release all your 3-dimensional energies and even cut your attachments. Because what happens is that when we do the process, we go to the home, which is a 3D home. So you kind of get into, again, the mixing of energies. So here we make your energies go high, so frequencies go high. So that makes you adjust to the surroundings more better. Then receive attunement with Archangel Haniel, which I mentioned, Gabriel, Michael, Samuel, Zadkiel, Raphael, and Rod Melchizedek, and Metatron energies also. I will do 7 powerful healings for you in which cleansing. So first process is cleansing, balancing, healing, pain and trauma and less than God energy is released all in the same process. And in which also grounding is also there. Even the karmic board members will make your 6th, blueprint completely awareness will be created inside you. Then healing all trauma, pent-up energy from all years of life. This is a very powerful process, which is, this one process is more than an hour. And this process, it always gives me goosebumps when I do this process, because it kind of just opens up the floodlights. And secondly, let me tell you one more very important aspect of the program which I hold. Each program has a live healing process. So I don't give you a recorded session. So whatever is there. So people, for example, there are 5 people, 10 people, 20 people, 30 people on that, let's say on that class. So when I do the clearing in that process, healing all trauma, pent-up anger from each year of your life. So I do it in the live class, which means people who are there in the class, their energies will be taken into account when we do this process. So it will be a complete oriented healing for your specific issues straight away. There is no beating around the bush. It's a general, it is purely for you. It is designed because intuitively you know what is required. I know what you require. So we do it intuitively. It's a complete process. Then healing from the karmic board members, which we do the womb healing also, and clear it till your current life. So in the class, the womb healing is more specific, because there we heal right when you come, first month up to the 9th month, we clear all the 9 months also additionally. So that is to give you much more clarity of thought and vision. Yeah. So 12 live group practice sessions once a month. So this will be every month, there will be a practice session for this. So after you learn, there will be practice sessions every month for 12 times. 1 year WhatsApp group support will be there. Professional guidance for your first 5 clients. For example, you have any, so it will be a completely, exclusive tie-up, which means nobody will intrude into your space and things like that. But wherever you have difficulty, we can guide you through this. And for that, don't require to wait for the practice session. You can even reach out to me in case you have any difficulty. So that, which is why we set the 1 year WhatsApp group support. You don't have to wait for a meeting. You just tell me what is the issue and we resolve it then and there, and you clear and move forward. Pre-revision of the course is a complimentary situation. So whoever has done the course can come complimentary to the next time whenever I am holding that course. So in short, if these 2 sessions are there, 28th and 29th on January 2023, 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. India time. And the second option is 1st and 2nd February 2023, 5 p.m. to 11 time.
Yeah.
Call replay links will be shared. Sorry. Yes.
No, Deepak. I was just saying that there is a weekend option and there is a weekday option, and of course time options are also there. So we will share. This is shared on the group. You can take a look at the timings and decide. So,
and secondly, you can do both of them. That's the abundance which I'm trying to give you more. Your inner child healing course bonuses are 12 live group practice sessions. As we mentioned, 1 year WhatsApp group support, professional guidance for your first 5 clients, free revision of the course, the MP3s, blah, 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 everything is there. Okay. So with all that, it's 77,998 is the actual cost, which it comes to with all these bonuses which we are offering, and $1,065 and the current price is 19,999 or USD 274. This is the
mind blowing, Deepak.
Yeah, so this is a very, I would say that a very, very do-it price. You can say, I will only say that it is just a do-it price. And believe me, in fact, I'm charging much more, but yes, what we have basically done that we want everybody to participate in this. And as package A is basically 4,999 for personal 1 hour session, comprehensive inner child healing, or USD 69. Package B is personal session 45 minutes plus 3 live group sessions 30 minutes each, and INR 5,999 USD 83. Package C, the course, practitioner's course, 7 comprehensive healings and 12, all the bonuses which we have mentioned. 19,999 USD 274.
And Deepak, I want to repeat to everybody that package C it also includes healing. So
Yes, yes,
those
yes.
who are doing the workshop, there is healing, like deep, complete healing for you
Yes.
as well. And
Yeah.
it is not just there are 7 healings actually, and there is also professional guidance for you if you're planning to take this up professionally. So these are, Deepak, thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for
In
these
fact,
packages.
just one word to say, as Shilpa rightly mentioned, someone had asked me just about some time last month when I had my class. So someone had asked me, that person was completely brand new.
Mm-hmm.
That person didn't know Reiki, no, nothing, completely zero. He's saying that I am zero on any but spiritual or healing activities. So I assured him that these 7 processes will ensure that you are zero also in your trauma. So you will be zero in your trauma. You will be zero in all these bad energies which pull you down. And he, in fact, just about last week we were discussing. He said that thank you for bringing it to my awareness, because I am the wiser now. Because he in fact has seen a terrific jump in his own energies, and he in fact initially, so all that overwhelming experiences, all that he was facing in terms of blockages and everything, suddenly he's saying that as if something like a dam. So when you close the dam, the water gets stuck and water doesn't flow through. When you open the sluice gates, the water falls through. But if there is any kind of sediments or any kind of kachara or whatever you call it, any kind of thing is stuck in the sluice gates or something, then you have to clean it. So he said that my water flow, something like, it started flooding inside me. The energy started flooding inside me, where I was actually craving for such energy. Now suddenly I have got flooded with these energies. So that is the kind of transformation which can do for you.
I'm sure, Deepak. I'm sure, and we are running out of time. Everybody, if you have any questions about the packages, please ask on the group. Deepak, some questions have come. I'll quickly address them,
Yeah.
and please correct me if required. Sunita has asked, in 1 hour, do we deal with 1 year of life? Sunita, no. In the personal sessions, every year of your life is healed along with your mom's womb. That was question number 1. Second, when is the first package date? The personal sessions can be scheduled, everyone, at a mutually convenient time between you and Deepak. Now, Mamta has asked Deepak that how do we go forward if the healing is to be done for 2 of the family members and they will not be attending in person? So which package should she go for?
Uh, uh, it's a very good question. So I think so basically she can take it for both, and maybe she can attend on behalf of them.
Okay, all right.
Or I'm just thinking aloud.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, just a dynamic thought process. So maybe she can do the personal session for the children and be in the group session herself, or maybe
Wonderful.
I'm just thinking aloud. Probably, why not?
Absolutely. Yeah, why not? And Mamta, hope you have heard this. And Deepak will be back on the group. If you have any more questions, you can ask. He will definitely help you out with this. So Upma has asked Deepak that, so does package C include package A? No,
Okay.
it doesn't include package A, but Deepak?
Well, the package A, so what happens is that, as I shared, the meditation, it's not a meditation, it's a complete healing process where you have to be in the class to experience it. Because you are you are becoming a spectator to yourself getting healed in each year around you. So that's the kind of vision we create. And the energies which we create, mind-blowing. For 10 minutes, nobody can speak after that clearing.
Wow.
So each year of your life, we go even into the amygdala, which is in the brain, the 5 visceras, which are the heart, the lungs, the liver, the gallbladder, the spleen, and the fifth, forgetting. So 5 is viscera, the gallbladder, even the large intestine, your full body gets completely healed by these energies. So it's there additionally we get Archangel Jophiel to use his yellow energy and Haniel's turquoise energy additionally, so that your transformation can be done, because Archangel Jophiel takes care of transformation with us. So that's an additional thing which you, so if you say it, package A is actually there in package C, but it is already part of the process, the powerful process which we have.
Absolutely. So quick recap, if anybody wants a personal session, it is whole in itself, but if you're learning this, if you're taking the course, don't worry, you are not going to miss out on the healing. All healing is actually included in the learning. And Sunita has very smartly, she has responded to Mamta's question. Thank you, Sunita. She said that Mamta can actually do the course and she can help the other two. Isn't it? Thank you, Sunita.
Nice, Sunita-ji. Thank you. Thank you. That was very, very superb. Very nice. And you Sunita, can keep healing every month, every 15 days for the life. That's a process. Yes. Superb. Very nice.
And Sunita, you will definitely get this information in the future, but the prices will not be the same. The inclusions may also not be the same. So if you have any questions, if you are on the fence, go for it now. You can attend later, right, Deepak?
Yes. Anytime. Right. That's an unwritten pact that, anybody who has done a course with me can remain and can keep coming for the courses. No need to pay anything additional.
Okay. So Sunita has said that she wants to make the payment for her son, but he may come next month. Sunita, as we said, it is absolutely fine.
It's perfectly fine.
Go for it. The prizes you will not get later. He can definitely attend the later batch.
100%. Yes, all right. 100%.
Everybody, keep the questions coming in. When you ask, it helps others also who are listening. Keep them coming. Deepak, do we have time to make everybody meet their inner child today?
Yes. I'm excited for that.
Okay, let's do it.
For that. We have already created sacred space. Sacred space. So I'll just, it's a simple process, very simple process.
Deepak, sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah.
I want to tell everybody that Deepak is meeting us again tomorrow at 11 a.m. in the morning, India time. And we have some more new things planned. We want to do more live demos, everyone. So come tomorrow, bring your questions. Let's do a lot of demos and healings tomorrow. Deepak, before you continue, there are a couple of more questions for the packages.
Please.
Archana is not available from 28th Jan to 6th Feb. She would like to do package B or package C. Archana, go ahead, book it and join the group. Deepak can, you all can decide a mutual date after you join the group. And Mamta, yes, you can definitely make the payment through the credit card. We will share the payment links again. Go ahead and choose the credit card option. Deepak, all yours. Please proceed.
So just more on what, sorry, the second lady who asked, I'm sorry.
Which question, Deepak?
It's not available.
Archana.
Archana ji, ऐसा है कि there have been cases where, so basically this currently is what we have decided. And so I will be having another batch very soon. And so very easily we can accommodate you there. So about that aspect, you're all, we are duty bound to help you release. Thank you, Archana ji. Thank you,
Deepak.
So just relax your mind, body, and soul, and take general normal breaths. Don't exert yourself. You're completely peaceful and relaxed. Just relax your mind, body, and soul. Now, I take your awareness into your heart chakra. Your heart chakra is the center of the body. The heart chakra is where you can heal yourself and you're filled with unconditional love for yourself and others. What best place to welcome the inner child but in the heart chakra? So your awareness is in the heart chakra. You're filled with the pink light. And just be relaxed and peaceful. You may even be able to hear your breath. That is the kind of peace and balance which I want to inculcate around you. Let the Master help me do that. Such kind of peace, such beautiful peace and tranquility around us. You are now sitting peacefully in your heart chakra as if there's no yesterday, no tomorrow, completely oblivious to everything happening around you. Now is the time to call upon your inner child. Just please say the following in your mind. My dear inner child, please come in front of me. You say this. Feel as if something from you has moved out. It's a very surreal experience, standing in front of you. So many energies I can feel. Standing in front of you, your inner child in front of you. Just look at your child, seeing as your inner child is. Just feel the energies of your inner child in front of you. Wow, it's very powerful. It's like you're meeting someone after a long, long time, being a part of the same body, or being in the same place, same location. Just as you're feeling the energies, you're getting a lot of goosebumps and maybe all kind of stuff. I would request you now to embrace your inner child. Feel the energies as they are feeling. Let your feeling give you the answers. I will not guide you further on this. You have to feel this to believe it, what is happening there into your inner child. I can only tell you what energies I'm feeling. They are superb energies, as if you're meeting someone long lost. People are feeling emotional, overjoyed, dancing in their mind, body, and soul. That yes, we have met our inner child. You embrace, you can see a tear roll down from your inner child's eyes. Just tell your inner child, I am with you and I will support you. And now you can ask all that you wish to know. The inner child will tell you what it has gone through. 1 minute, please go ahead and ask or listen to what your inner child is telling you. Complete silence from my side, 1 minute. In between, if I feel some energies, I will tell you. These around are very emotional. You want to take some time, you can. And in case you have completed, you can just see your inner child, thank your inner child, embrace your inner child again, and let him integrate into your physical body and feel the oneness, feel the mindfulness inside you. Integrate, integrate, integrate. As you want. Take your time in case you want. Take some more time.
But that was phenomenal. I don't even want to say anything. We would love for everybody to remain in these energies, have a beautiful meal, and meet us tomorrow again. If there are any questions, please let us know on the group.
I'm there on the group, so you can let.
Absolutely. Deepak, we are ready to close. If anybody by any chance is feeling any discomfort, what can they do?
In case they have any discomfort, it will first die down. It is just an emotional outburst. In case it becomes anything which they are not able to control, just they can take deep breaths. Just say that I'm releasing all the trauma. Maybe it's some trauma which is stuck and just trying to come out.
Okay, all right, Deepak. And everybody, you can share if there is any discomfort or even pleasant experiences on the group. We will take care of them and we will let you go now. Have water, have a great day ahead. See you tomorrow again at 11:11 India time in the morning. Deepak, we would love to end the call on this note, these energies. Really huge gratitude for today and tomorrow in advance, and everybody for joining in. Deepak, just say some last words and we will close this call.
Yeah, sure. Yes, so basically what happens is that we kind of look for answers here, there, everywhere in the world. And where the answers are all inside us. And the moment we realize that, all these confirmations and these awareness which we wait for approval from someone else or something like that, the day we realize that your inner child will be much more peaceful. Only after that, of course, you will realize, that's for sure. But the more you love yourself, the more you have faith in yourself, your life will be much more abundant in your thought processes in terms of going on the right path, in terms of even achieving these goals and objectives, and live life. No more survival. That is my suggestion and my request, that stop surviving. Please live your life. In fact, Shilpa will be rolling out certain things to you where you can think about your strengths and weaknesses. Maybe she'll roll out those things to you. You can, whoever comes tomorrow comes with one strength, one weakness. We'll show the trick around that tomorrow.
Deepak, you've already rolled it, so let me tell everybody what it is. And Deepak, since you've got us the energy back, I want to share some comments. Earlier, Monica had said that wonderful healing session. I actually had a conversation with masters during the healing. Thank you, Deepak ji, you're the best healer. Deepa had shared that she has a burning sensation in the nose and difficulty in breathing and pain in the lower back. Deepa, we hope you followed what Deepak shared and let us know on the group how you're feeling right now.
Please do let me know. Yes.
There were some sad reactions this time, Deepak, like Upma is feeling painful and sad, but she's thanking you. Nikita experienced purple flashlight, grief and sadness words popped up. Monica felt awesome, and Archana got a realization that she was very lonely since her childhood. Deepak, thank you for these powerful processes. I would like to quickly recap. Today, we have healed one past year of a life. We have met our inner child. Deepak has shared with us 7 types of trauma and how they are affecting us. Tomorrow, everyone, Deepak is actually, remember earlier on the call, Deepak said that happiness can lead to heart attacks. So this is like a really, I don't know, very curious statement. Deepak is going to explain to us what this is tomorrow. Come for this. And as Deepak revealed, he's actually going to help us turn one of our weaknesses into our strength. So come for that. And quickly, I'm going to again share packages. There are 2 personal session packages. Package 3 is $4,999 US dollars 69.
69, yeah.
4,999, 1 hour personal session. Personal session B is 45 minutes with 3 live group
3 live group sessions, 30 minutes each.
Rupees 5,999, US dollars 83, and package C is your inner child healing course with 7 comprehensive healings for everybody.
Now there is one more thing which just came to my awareness now.
Yeah.
7 trauma, 7 comprehensive healings. So the number matches.
Oh yeah. I thought it is not a coincidence, but thank you, Deepak. And all this was coming to around 78,000, but Deepak is giving this only at rupees 19,999 US dollars 274. Thank you, Deepak. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Deepak, sorry, one last question. This has come twice.
Please.
Rahul is mentioned now, and earlier a couple of them had mentioned that what if we didn't feel anything in the first activity and the second activity? What does it mean, and can we do anything about it?
Yes, of course, Rahul. It's all reflecting that I may use a bit of a different word, that you take yourself for granted. So it's just that you're getting into the doubt. See, what happens is there are 6 types of clairs. So clairvoyant, claircognizant, clairaudient, sentient, then clairgustance and clairalliance. So there are 6 types of senses which are there, out of which you may not have all of them, you may have all of them also. So some of them have clairsentient. So when I tell you, if you really give a bit more attention to what your feeling was at that moment, maybe you felt as if some ant was crawling in your hands or something of that sort. Or maybe some pinching somewhere, as if you felt, okay, I didn't have food, so maybe it is gas. So it may not be gas. It may be that signal which is coming to you. So somewhere you have to just accept, sit and surrender and accept what messages are coming to you. That is the only issue. There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with anybody. In fact, if that has come up, why not I give a small process of finding your clairs tomorrow. Maybe I'll do a very small 2-3 minute process in which I can tell you which clair is predominant for you, or which one is the more stronger one for you. That you can realize in case you want to, then maybe tomorrow we can do that 2-minute process.
Absolutely. One more reason to join tomorrow. We will check with everybody.
Thanks for sharing, Shilpa. Thanks for sharing, Rahul. Yes, more empowered, more ready to live life.
Absolutely. Deepak, thank you, everybody. We apologize if I was not able to take any questions, but Deepak is here on the group. We'll see you again tomorrow, 11:11 a.m. AM India time. Thank you, Deepak. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, Shilpa. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Mystic Lotus, for their ever beautiful, ever lovely support. Thank you.
Thank you, Deepak. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.